Hello there, my beautiful Barca babies. It is time to wake up and Barca. The early evening episode. Big news that we can't ignore, of course. Barcelona missing out on their opportunity to bring back the king of Barcelona, the king of the footballing world, Lionel Messi, headed to the States. I got a lot of mixed feelings as a FC Cincinnati season ticket holder. It does mean I'm going to get to see Lionel Messi in Cincinnati, so that's exciting, but Blaugrana, what they missed out on. We'll discuss it. We'll mourn our feelings. Ultimately, we will move on. We'll talk a little bit about where we move on to, all right? And then we'll have some fun. We'll look back at my 8 bold predictions from the beginning of this year, and we'll have a good laugh at how very wrong I was. We'll do all that and more on today's episode. If you want to join in on the conversation, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Drop a like if you're enjoying today's content. If you're watching over on TikTok, make sure you jump on over to YouTube. All you got to do is swipe over, click the link in the bio. That'll get you over to these fine folks. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and kick things off the right way, my friends.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuning in to the undefeated Mustache John.
All right. Gotta stay hydrated, folks. Gotta stay hydrated. Already too much caffeine for today. I hope everybody is doing all right after the rough news. But we gotta deal with it. Here we go from Fabrizio Romano. Lionel Messi going to Inter Miami. My question is, when is he going to join them? Because we are about 3 months into the season, so he could definitely join them this year. I would assume so. The language here used, though, does it say in this one, will be Messi will play? Yeah, Messi will play MLS next season. I don't know if he means like in the next European season. Like, is that what you're implying, or are we not going to see Lionel Messi kick another ball until next March? I can't imagine he's going to sit out 9 months. So if anybody has details on that in terms of when he will be joining Inter Miami, please let me know. And we're going to continue the conversation, of course, but I want to turn to the chat, see what the immediate reactions are. Scale of 1 to 10, how disappointed are you that Lionel Messi is not coming back to Barcelona? That's the question I have. If you're watching this on replay, let me know down in the comments. Just trying to get a gauge for how the culés are doing here. All right, so how are we feeling? Scale of 1 to 10, how disappointed are you that Messi's not coming back? For me, it doesn't hurt as much as when he originally left, but it still stings because when he did leave and he ultimately went to PSG, signed the 2-year contract, I figured, you know what? In 2 years, we might get him back. But now that hope is gone. So it really does seal the deal in terms of closing that era. So I'm kind of bummed. I would say I'm probably like a 4 or a 5 out of 10. Whereas I was 10 out of 10 bummed when he left the first time. I would say I'm like a 4 out of 5 bummed. Let's see how folks are doing. Royson, how's it going? Football for life. Hello. Glenn says 100. Come on, Glenn. Head up, brother. Daniel is at a 6. Harry's at a 3. Says knew it wouldn't happen, but it hurts hearing a little bit. Royson says I am disappointed, but I'm not surprised. It was all a big dream that I wanted so badly. I think a lot of folks are feeling that way there, Royson. A lot of folks. Here's a point I want to make, and it's actually something that my buddy Pablo made earlier on. I'm going to jump over to something he tweeted out earlier, which is reports are going to get ugly now for both sides. Relationship between Barca and Messi was already pretty sour. Everyone tried to recover, but what's done is done. Now it's going to get nasty again. Shame, but the chapter is closed. Both can move on. I share that tweet, one, because Pablo Wolves Blanco is one of the up-and-coming journalists that you should be looking out for. All right, World Cup 2026. He'll be big news by then, so just hop on that train now. But I also share that because watch out. watch out for how people react. All the journalists, excuse me, the content creators, you got to watch out for how people react. Are they blaming Messi? Are they blaming the club? We just got to move on. Okay, let's just assume that everybody tried their best. Let's assume that everybody made the decision that was best for all involved. We all have feelings. I get it, but we really do have to move on now. It's that time. We got to move on. Okay, I know it's tough, particularly because this news comes along with Dortmund have confirmed the sale of Jude Bellingham to Real Madrid on the same day that Messi confirms he's going to Inter. I feel like this was intentional. I mean, we do have some good news. We got Inigo Martinez coming. That's the same, right? That makes up for it, right? We're good, right? Something that is nice, I guess. Gavi gets the number 6. If we do want to have some silver lining from the news this week. Although I feel like I've heard this before. Fool me once. You know what I'm saying? We're going to trust that it sticks this time. Gavi with the number 6. Ultimately, it's a bummer, right? We can admit it's a bummer, but we need to move on. Those are my feelings about it. I'm going to try my best just to keep things going here. Excuse me, got something in my throat here. Too much fresh air, maybe. Tom says he's at a 5 out of 10 and almost 1 foot in the grave if Torres and Raphinha stay for more than a year. I hear you on Torres, but not Raphinha. And how about the Raphinha reports going back and forth and back and forth? He's up for sale. He's untouchable. Oh, yeah, there's a 70 million euro price tag. What is it? You know what I'm saying? Hot and cold and hot and cold. It was the same thing with Messi. He's going to Barcelona. No, he's going to Inter Miami. No, he's going to Saudi Arabia. No, he's going to Barcelona. No, he's at 80% chance, 60% chance, 90% chance, 1% chance. Come on. Let's get real. Most journalists, most content creators don't know. We're all speculating together. We're all hustling to get the likes and the views and this and that. Be mindful of your sources, my friends. That's all I'll say. Be mindful of your sources. Ahmed says, don't worry, Pedri will cook Jude Bellingham. I hope so. Listen, on one hand, it does set up the rivalry, right? We want to make sure that Real Madrid is a formidable opponent. We don't want to be dominating La Liga and it be just a cakewalk. You know what I'm saying? We're not PSG. We want to have some proper opponents to go up against. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I see some conversation over on TikTok. Make sure you swipe over. Click the link in the bio. Hop on over to YouTube. That's where the conversation is. You'll be chatting with the Stash Squad over here. And if you're watching on either platform, make sure you drop a like, double tap the screen, show some love and support while you're watching. Excuse me. Greg, how we doing, sir? Says, if Real get Kane or Osimhen, then we really are in deep for next season. I think that, they're going to get somebody, right? Kai Havertz, Kane, Osimhen, they're going to get somebody along those lines. It's going to be a big name. This feels a lot like, what was it now, 15 years ago? Something like that? My goodness, I'm so old. Yeah, I'm old. When they signed Ronaldo, Kaká, Benzema in the same year, I think as well. Am I making that up? Xavi Alonso at Real Madrid. It feels like it's going to be that kind of year. So look out, folks. Look out is all I'm saying. Harry says, we need Amrabat. Xavi, please sign him. I'd be very happy with Amrabat. I know we're looking at a lot of different names right now. One thing that we're going to do coming up on these episodes before too long is we're going to rank potential transfers in terms of how impactful they'll be, also how much I actually want them to come. We'll do like a little matrix and plot that out. We're also going to rank the transfers from last year in terms of their impact. So we'll go from, I think, 1 to 7 in terms of the players that we brought in. We'll talk about their impact. We'll rank them. Welcome Alejandro to the community. Everybody give him a little shout out. And Alejandro, let us know where you're watching from, my dude. Appreciate you subscribing to the channel. Ovi's with us. How's it going, boss? Says, someone said here that Raphinha has more potential than Dembele, and I totally believe that. Could be the case. Could be the case. If you look at the stats, Raphinha produced quite a bit. Dembele, phenomenal dribbler. But does he have that final touch? I've questioned his decision making. Okay, I've been very impressed at times not so much. Hot and cold, as they say. Will Raphinha develop in a more consistent fashion? We'll see. We'll see. Gotta keep tuning in. Harry says, been loving the podcast, Uncle John. Been absolutely amazing with you, it's Papa Pablo and Baby Booga. Love the appreciation though, Harry. Yes, Uncle John, Papa Pablo, Baby Booga. We do the Engine Room podcast. It's every Monday during football season. When football is not being played, we take a little bit of a break, a little bit of vacation time or holiday, depending on what side of the pond you're on. So watch those episodes. We do have a fresh one out from this past Monday, so check that out. Greg says, Amrabat played really well tonight, one of Fiorentina's best players. Like I said, I'd love to bring him in. I know there's a few names there, Zubamendi, Kimmich, that's being thrown around. I'm hoping we get Gundogan. I'm hoping we get Amrabat. I'm hoping we get Vitor Roque. I'm hoping we get... I know people have questioned his attitude, but I'm hoping we get João Cancelo. That would be a phenomenal right back signing. I think Xavi can keep him in line. Just saying. Just saying. Jacob, how we doing, sir? Says, do you think Messi can get loaned to Barca? No, unfortunately, no. I'd love it. I know that was tossed around. That was maybe maybe thrown up in the air, but it also could have just been internet rumors. Internet rumors. Slow down, John. Could be the case. We'll see. Ahmed says, I think Dembele gave it 9.7 sometimes, but sometimes 6.3. Love the specificity there. But Raphinha is most of the time 7.1 and at the worst 6.9. I would argue that Raphinha had his moments where he was at an 8 or a 9. I think he reached those heights as well. Again, hello to everyone watching over on TikTok. If you want to be part of the conversation, swipe on over, click the link in my bio, get you over to YouTube. That's where the conversation is with the Stash Squad. All right, hop on over to YouTube, my friends. With that out of the way, all right, I don't mean to just move on from our morning, but we're gonna move on, folks. We're gonna move on. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna jump on over, and we're gonna watch this silly guy. Excuse me, I should say this silly guy give 8 bold predictions for this past season. We're going to see how well I did or how poorly I did. Again, if you're watching on TikTok and you want the full experience, you want the screen share and all that, swipe over, click the link in the bio. But we'll see. And then we'll tally this up. So we're going to start off with number 1. Remember, there are 8 predictions here. I'll get your reactions. We'll see how I did, folks. For my first season, throwing out predictions ahead of time. Let's see how we did. Wait, hang on. Desktop audio. There we go. It is time to take a look forward at the upcoming season, and for me, Mustache John, to give you 8 bold predictions for this upcoming season. Here we go.
Starting with number 1, folks. Pedri will have
the same shirt.
more goals than any other midfielder in Europe. Pedri is going to be streaking through that back line, playing it up to Lewandowski, playing it to Raphinha, to Dembele and others, streaking through that back line, getting that connecting pass, dribbling around the keeper like we saw all preseason long.
Yeah, okay, all right, I'll stop. Yeah, all right. Didn't happen. 0 for 1 to start out. Yeah. Gundogan says hi. Kevin De Bruyne says hi. I don't think... Gavi had, 7 goals, I do believe, if I pull this up. Yeah, 7 goals in total, 6 in La Liga, which is, listen, respectable, okay, for a midfielder. 26 matches, 6 goals scored. I'll say respectable, but 0 for 1, all right? 0 for 1. It happens. We got 8 of these, folks. Strap in. That's 0 for 1. Let's jump up to number 2 here. See how I did on this one.
Prediction number 2 ties in with that. With Pedri scoring all these goals, you know he's going to be setting up a lot of them? Lewandowski. And my prediction is that he will get 10 or more assists in La Liga, which means he will, for the first time in a domestic league, get double-digit assists. I know over at Bayern, he had plenty of firepower around him. Müller, Gnabry, Sané last season. Sure. Plenty of assists over there, but I think 7 was his highest. Somebody fact-check me. All right, let me know down in the comments if I got that one wrong. I think 7.
All right, I'm going to pause there. Let's, again, jump to the stats. What do we get? Tied his domestic league record, 7 again. Welcome, Ruben, to the community. Appreciate you for subscribing, my friend. But 0 for 2, unfortunately. Thought he was going to get double digits. I really did. And I think had Ansu Fati maybe had the season that we wanted him to have, maybe he gets that extra 3 assists. Just saying. Had Ferran Torres stepped up a little bit more, maybe he gets those 3 more assists. Just saying. I probably should have gotten that one. Okay, 0 for 2. But you can't blame me for taking the shot on that one. Okay, let's see if I can turn things around here. 0 for 2 out of 8 predictions so far. Let's jump to prediction number 3 here.
Number 3. You guys might not be with me on this one, but number 3 prediction for the 22-23 season is that Marc-Andre Ter Stegen will reestablish himself as a top goalkeeper. I'm saying top 2-3 by the end of this season.
Number 1, baby.
He's had a
number 1, baby.
Patchwork defense in front of him. A defense that is aging and subsiding in terms of talent and impact on the pitch.
Yep.
With this revamp, with this refresh, not only on the defensive line, but the midfield as well. The way that we are going to be able to control the game. It's going to take the pressure off Ter Stegen.
Yep.
He's not going to be under consistent barrage of shots. He's going to come up big when he needs to. He's going to carry us on to many good things this season.
Tell him.
And he will be considered once again a top goalkeeper
from around
the world. Marc-Andre Ter Stegen back for Barcelona. That is prediction.
Yes, indeed, my friends. Let's go. Finally getting one. 1 for 3, but this one was dead on, okay? Right now. Well, no, don't do it right now because I don't want you to leave. After this episode, I want you to Google most clean sheets in a season, top 5 leagues, because you know what you're going to get? Do you know what you're going to get? These results right here. Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. The big German wall, my friend. Unstoppable this year. You couldn't get around him. Tried to throw a little cherry on top at the end of the season, get one more clean sheet. Didn't come through. All right, had a couple of opportunities, but no Araujo shifting around the lineups. Didn't happen. Doesn't matter. He shares the podium, but he's number 1. 26 clean sheets. Finally, I got one right. So 1 for 3 so far, which is okay. We're getting back into things here. We'll jump over and we'll see what we got for prediction number 4. But first, I'm going to pause, turn over to the chat. I see we got some new folks jumping in. Connor, how we doing, sir? Hope the Columbus weather is as nice as Cincinnati today. Nima, good to see ya. Serbio, hello. Name me a keeper who had a better season. I'll wait. Name me a keeper who has more clean sheets in a domestic league. I'll wait. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, jumping to prediction number 4 here. Again, I'm 1 for 3 so far. See how we're doing.
Prediction number 3. Prediction number 4, not nearly as bold.
We got John.
Prediction number 4 is that Araujo will be considered the defender of the year in Europe. For me, Araujo had his breakout year last year. He's not only defending like a warrior, like Carles Puyol back there.
Accurate.
But he is scoring goals against top clubs. He is shutting down their best players. Go talk to Vinny Jr. about the nightmares he has facing Barcelona with Araujo out of position out at right back. You can put him on the right. You can put him centrally. You can throw him forward to score goals. Does not matter.
Okay, calm down, John. All right. He certainly is not unanimously or even at a majority in terms of the footballing community seen as the best defender in Europe. I think you gotta put him in the top 5-ish up there, and that's, I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible, okay? Because if I'm being biased, that's my number 1 draft pick. I don't know what center back you would take over Araujo. His size, his pace, his tenacity, his passion, his respect for the badge. Can somebody name me? If you're watching live, let me know. Or if you're watching on replay, let me know down in the comments. Is there a center back that you would draft? If you're doing a super draft, you got the number 1 pick, but it's got to be a center back. Who are you taking if not Araujo? Please let me know. I'm very curious. So technically I missed this one. Okay, so I'll say 1 for 4, but I almost want to take a point. I almost want to take the point and say 2 for 4, but we'll say 1 for 4 for now. All right, we'll leave it there. Schlifty, how we doing? Good to see you. Let's jump back over. Let's keep things going. Prediction number 5 here. See what we got, Mustache Man.
Number 5. We're getting into some good ones here. Number 5. This might be my boldest prediction.
Uh-oh.
Prediction number 5 for this upcoming season is that Dembele will stay fit and be match ready for more matches than not this season.
Okay, reasonable. Wait, hold on. I want to see me just shake
I
my
know.
hair a little bit.
Why?
Reasonable. Let's see how he did. Let's jump over to the stats. Played in 25 of the La Liga matches. There's only 38. If my math is right, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, carry that and the right there, and that's just over 65, not quite 66% of the matches played. That's more than half. Last time I checked, put it in the bag. Prediction correct. Okay, that's 2 for 5 now. I'm climbing my way back. Started out 0 for 2, and some of these are slipping out of my fingers here, but this one's correct. Dembele, known for missing huge chunks of time, actually was available for most of the season. Missed a chunk there in the second half of the year. Thankfully, Raphinha was there to step up. But outside of that one injury, we did not have recurring injuries. We didn't have what's it called? Injury relapse. Injuries relapsing injuries, however you want to say it. We didn't have that. We had a primarily healthy Dembele. So I'll take it. 2 for 5 so far on these predictions. We got 3 more. I'm going to pause. We'll turn to the chat, see how folks are feeling about these. What's your reaction so far? Fair point on the Ruben Diaz. Okay, fair point. If I was going to be objective, Ruben Diaz would probably be number 1 draft pick, and I think most of the footballing community would agree with you all. So fair shout out on that. Harry says Araujo or Christensen. I'd shout out Ruben Diaz as well. Yes, indeed. Ovi says in Europe, his whole defense line was absent. Araujo, Christensen, and Koundé injured. Just look at what happened. I'm not sure what you're referencing there. If you're talking about Ter Stegen, perhaps. Glenn, good to see you, my friend. Says that's good enough. Let's go. Amen. Talking about Dembele being around for a majority of the matches. Good stuff. Good stuff. I see we got some action over here on TikTok. Again, if you want the full experience, swipe over, click to the link in the bio. That'll get you over to YouTube. That's where you want to be for the conversation with the Stash Squad. Again, swipe over, click the link in the bio. That's all you got to do. If you're watching on YouTube, you're in the right place. All you got to do is drop a like if you're enjoying this episode of Wake Up and Barca. Again, we are live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I do have some announcements, as this summer I'll be doing some traveling, so I have some schedule announcements coming up, but we still got 3 predictions to review here. So let's jump over to number 6. I am currently 2 for 5. I got to climb my way back here. Number 6, let's see what we got.
Number 6 of 8 predictions. By March, okay, not right now, but by March, Barcelona will be considered Champions League favorites.
Okay, I missed that one. I don't want to talk about it. We're just going to move on. 2 for 6. Moving on to number 7. I really don't want to talk about it. Obviously, I was wrong, okay? We don't need to even go there at all.
But my 7th prediction is that Sergio Busquets will retire from Barcelona. I shouldn't say retire. Will leave Barcelona. Will hang up his Blaugrana boots as La Liga champion.
Tell him, John. Speak the truth. There it is. Boom. 3 for 7. Climbing my way back with these predictions. I was right on this one. Busquets not only leaving Barcelona, but lifting up the La Liga trophy. I knew it. I felt it in my heart. I felt it in my bones. I knew that I could count on this badge, that I could count on El Capitan to lift that La Liga trophy. And he did. He gets to ride off into the sunset. Beautifully done. 3 for 7 so far. Keep things moving. We got 2 more. No, excuse me. Last prediction here. Last prediction. Prediction number 8 to wrap things up.
Okay. Last one. Good morning, Kudus. I see you in there, buddy. Last one. Barcelona this season will break Real Madrid's 2011-2012 goal-scoring record of 121 goals.
Yeah, no, didn't happen. We got a little bit over half that. Yeah, that's rough. Admittedly. Listen, 3 for 8. I took some shots. I still would argue I should get some credit on that Araujo one. But it is what it is. I'll take it on the chin. 3 for 8, but bold predictions, okay? It wasn't 8 guarantees. It was 8 bold predictions, and I got 3 of them. I'll take it. That's what, like 40%? If I'm right on 40% of my bold predictions, I'll take it. Okay? Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you have notifications turned on, because we're going to be doing wild stuff like that all summer, baby. Kidding, of course. But I hope everybody had fun with that. We, of course, will be doing predictions for this upcoming season. We will be talking about potential lineups for Barcelona. We'll be ranking transfer rumors. We'll be doing all that and more. But we won't be doing it this Friday. I'm going to be out of town. I'm going to be doing some traveling. Same thing for Monday. I'm going to be gone, doing a little vacation, a little holiday, as they say on Pablo's side of the pond there. So here's the deal, folks. No live stream this Friday. No live stream this Monday. When I come back, I'm going to do a Wednesday episode. But then from that point on, for just the summer, until we're back to regular action, full season football, we're going to do Mondays and Fridays. Okay, that's going to save us all from the ups and downs of these transfer rumors. I promise that if there's a big summer signing or some drastic news, we'll hop on, we'll do a live. But other than that, we're going to start and end the week strong. We're going to go live on Monday. We're going to go live on Friday. And then once the season begins, we're right back to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Right? But summertime, traveling, doing things, this and that. Schedule's going to be a little bit wonky anyway. So Mondays and Fridays cap us off. If there's travel in between there, we'll adjust as needed. We'll get plenty of hangout time in. All right? But a little summer adjustment, or a little schedule adjustment to the summer, I should say. With that out of the way, turn to the chat one more time. What do you think, folks? 3 out of 8 for my bold predictions. Let me get your thoughts. Hear what you think. Craig, I appreciate your sympathies. Monstar, good to see you, brother. Says, would you predict Messi coming to Barcelona on loan from Inter? I predict it at a 0% chance. Ain't gonna happen. Not even a little bit. Nima says, to be fair, Ansu and Ferran flopped. Add Pedri's injury to that. Yeah, if Ansu and Ferran did well, I think Lewandowski would have gotten his assists. If Pedri didn't get injured, he's not catching Gundogan and Kevin De Bruyne and the like. So that one, I think, was a big swing and a miss. No big deal. No big deal. We can do that here. Ahmed said, Champions League is a trophy about luck. Barcelona, Liverpool, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Man United are not in the Champions League final, but Inter Milan. It's not so much luck. It's not so much luck. I think sometimes you get a lesser team that has a good tournament run. That does happen. Luck has some influence, of course, but you can't say it's all luck. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. All right. Well, you can just leave then, Jim. This seems like it's not the place for you, my guy. There's lots of other internet for you to go explore. Have fun. Schlifty says, what do you think? How far will Barca go in UCL next season? Depends on our summer signings. Okay, if we go big and we get someone like a Bernardo Silva and we bring in a Vitor Roque and a João Cancelo and a Zubamendi, we go big like that. Okay, I like our chances. Otherwise, now that we're in pot number one, finally, pot number one, I think we move out of the group stage. That'll depend on the draw, but a quarterfinal, a semifinal, I think makes sense for next season. But we'll see what the summer signings come into. We shall see. Predictions for Saturday's score. I think, what did I say on the pod? Oh, you should go and listen to Monday's episode of The Engine Room because I gave my prediction on there, but I want to say I said either, I can't remember if I said 3-0 or 1-0 City. Right now I'm feeling like 1-0 City is probably what it's going to be. But I think I gave a different prediction. I don't know. Go listen to the Engine Room podcast. Check that out. Oh my goodness. Lore, how we doing? Good to see you. Says hopefully we don't get a group of death. Yeah, I mean, looking back now, Inter, who made the finals, Bayern, who very easily could have, and Barcelona all in the same group. Come on now. How do I feel about the Real Madrid midfield next year? I feel like it is going to be tough competition for Frankie, Gavi, Pedri, and whoever else we bring in, whether it's Gundogan, Zubamendi, whoever it is. It's going to be tough competition, but it'll be fun. It'll be exciting. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you all are also looking forward to it, despite today's disappointment. No Lionel Messi to Barcelona. I know it stings, but hold your heads up high. What I have to say, my friends, okay? Every give has a take, every take has a give. So try to look on the bright side of this. We move forward. We move forward supporting the badge. We move forward supporting each other. That is what we do here on this channel in the Undefeated community. And I appreciate everyone out there who's watching. Love to everyone in the Stash Squad. High fives and hugs to whoever needs it. I appreciate y'all very much. I hope you all have a wonderful day. One more time, if you're watching on TikTok, swipe over, click the link in the bio. I'll get you over to YouTube. Drop a like if you enjoyed today's episode. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments if you're watching on replay. I will see you all next week. All right, enjoy yourselves. Enjoy the weekend. I love you all very much. Thank you so much for tuning in and taking a ride.